Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Men's Premier League action here at Darwin Football Stadium. It's round 7, match 1, and in this evening's coverage we will have the home side, MINDIL Football Club, and they'll be taking on Darwin Olympic Sporting Club. Of course, a match that has significant bearing on the proceedings. You have both sides in that 3rd and 4th position on the table respectively, and 3 points for either side will certainly go a long ways into ensuring their participation and presence come September. Of course, finals time in the Men's Premier League in the Northern Territory. Darwin Olympic Sporting Club, of course, bar their captain and goal-scoring extraordinaire Mitchell Amity, boast a very young side out there this evening, of course, still full of talent and praise. Equally as much as MINDIL Football Club, of course, a lot of youth and talent in their ranks, and you have a few young players as well on the bench, and one hopefully to announce in the second half, which will break an age record for the Aces. Darwin Olympic Sporting Club, of course, boasting some good and great recent form. 5-0 consecutive victories over University of Zurich, and Port Darwin FC have them firming their spot and at least having a say against some of the best in the league. MINDIL Football Club, of course, they are in the final of the Australia Cup. Later this month, they'll be taking on the winner of tomorrow's match between Verdi FC and Casuarina Football Club. And they are firm favourites to be a contributor and competitor once again in September. They are aiming for back-to-back grand final victories. Of course, they have won those honours in 2020 and 2021, and they'll be looking to make it a three-peat in season 2022. Of course, a feat that historically Darwin Olympic Sporting Club have achieved many a time in their glory years, and we are almost set to go here on an enthralling and an exciting match Friday night. Round 7 of Men's Premier League, only moments away. Darwin Olympic will get us kicked off. They're kicking left to right on your screens, wearing their red and white traditional strip, and MINDIL going right to left in their midnight black strip. Referee Nazir blows the whistle and off we go. Olympic with a kick-off. That's Jax Matete. He goes back to Esper Mushigero. Mushigero trying to go to Amity, cut out by Taiki Kudo. That's Tyson Martins, and an early victory there on the throw-in. Darwin Olympic will retain possession. Mushigero throws down, goes to Amity. There with Matty Mifsud, and Amity trying to go down the line. Matty Mifsud marshalling him out, and he'll take the throw-in on the near side here. MINDIL number 5. He looks towards Tavian Ludvigsen, and he'll get past Tommy Mavros, and Cristiano Da Costa coming across to do some handy defensive work. Throw into the Aces now, forward on their left half flank. So their captain to take. Wallace throws it in, looking for Eamon Kelly, and now that's Famoso in the midfield. Lewis Da Costa gets there, so does Amity. Now Amity heads wide. Samuel Kwana back to Billy Mellis. Goes back the same direction into Samuel Kwana, and he can take a few touches and get past halfway here. He'll skip past Famoso and retain the ball. He's being fronted here by Tano. It's still Kwana, and does enough. The flying fullback, and earns a free kick for his troubles there. Good run from Samuel Kwana, drew in the attention of 2 Aces, and ultimately forced them to make an intervention, which caused a foul. And an early opportunity from this set piece for Darwin Olympic. Billy Mellis over the ball, hoping to get some contact and a delivery for his side. In goes Mellis, and that's straight for Da Silva. He makes a fisting challenge there to clear the ball away. Mellis once again back into the box, and Carr and Da Silva sort that one out, and Da Silva makes the save. Throws it to Laguda. Laguda going wide, and now Tommy Mavros will do well to get there ahead of Ludvigsen and just clear his lines. Allow his team to retreat and reset. Mifsud throws short. That's Mountain. Touches and comes back to Laguda. Back out to Mountain, heavy touch, surrenders the ball to Matete. Now it's Amadi, looking to go to Luis da Costa. And he tried to find his strike partner in Tyson Martins, not quite on the same wavelength. They have had a very exciting partnership in season 2022, goals and assists between themselves. And they are a very young and energetic front couple of players for the Reds. Now it's another one coming here for the Aces now. It's Eamon Kelly with pace to burn, getting past Mellis and forcing Cristiano da Costa to come across and make a challenge. And that's blistering pace there from Eamon Kelly to get away from Mellis and forcing da Costa to come across and make that last-ditch challenge. Of course, da Costa will be doing a lot of that this evening. Cross comes in from O, headed on by Ludvigsen. Not quite aware as to where the ball was. In comes Matty Wallace, and Mushigero gets a clearance. It'll fall kindly for Laguda. Chests it across for Matthew Mifsud. And he'll look to go down the line, looking to find the hard-running Matthew Wallace, but slightly just running out of room there. Will be a throw into the Reds. Darwin Olympic. Just approaching the 4th minute here at Darwin Football Stadium, Larrakia Park, with the commencement of round 7 action of the Men's Premier League. Mushigero throws, can't quite pick out a teammate. Mifsud heads. Kelly tries to get a touch onto it. There's Matete. He's challenged by Taiki Kudo, and foul on captain Matthew Wallace there. A free kick to the Aces. Of course, now they have an opportunity to play a dangerous ball into the box here. And they've acknowledged that opportunity. They've sent forward James Carr. Of course, Wallace heading into the box as well. Tall timber aplenty. In comes Laguda. Attracting ball there. Coming across, and that's a goal! Immediately for Mindil Aces. And that is a fantastic finish there from their centre-back, James Carr, rising to head that into the back of the net. And he opens the scoring. The Aces 1-0 to the good. Fantastic ball there from Joshua Laguda, and the assist as well for the Aces. And now they go 1-0 to the good. Olympic get us kicked off again. Matete to Mushigero. The Reds will need to show some character here. Mushigero still with the ball, getting past a few. Needs to find a teammate here. He's dispossessed. Amadi going to Luis da Costa. Carr, the goal scorer, getting in an intervention there to take the ball away. Now the Aces can come out with possession. Tano going down the line. And now da Costa being pressured by a few here. Gets the header onto it. Needs to keep this in play. Wallace is there, and Wallace plays a cross goal. Mellis and da Costa combine to clear for the Reds, but only momentarily. It's Tano, Taiki Kudo. Now it's Mountain. Over to Formoso. He comes across goal as well. Matete gets there ahead of Formoso, but Carr gets there ahead of him. Advantage for the Aces. They can go on attack here. Mountain playing it back for O. Kwana intercepts and can come forward for the Reds. He goes centrally for Mitchell Amity. Tyson Martins looking to play an immediate ball for Mushigero, but it wasn't on there. Comes through for Mindil to gather comfortably and come out of defense themselves. Forward by Da Silva. And offside is the call there. Against the Aces there, looking to get forward cleverly, but the offside flag there undoing that occasion. Da Costa goes short to Mavros. Mavros going down the line to Martins, and that's a good tackle by Mifsud. And it's a Reds free kick here. Bit of holding going on in the wide portion of the field. The Reds opportunity to get a ball into the box. And Tommy Mavros will take this one and look to make a magical pass. There goes Mavros looking for Martins. Hits his foot and goes up in the air. Amity brings it down and puts a shot across goal. Flag stayed down there. And so, good save there by De Silva. Wallace can come away from Mavros here, use his pace to burn away from him. Matete gets across, makes a tackle, and the two number 10s collide, and works out to be a foul for, or against Matete. And it'll be a Mindil free kick. It's Laguda with the delivery. Of course, a man who's only shown us moments ago of his abilities from the dead ball. Plays it across for Mifsud. Referee wasn't quite ready for that one. And will come take two here. Coach Daniel McCormick just coming onto the pitch, and I assume to attend to a minor knock picked up by Matthew Wallace, possibly a cut to the elbow there. See him come off the pitch just for a moment, just to get that attended to. In the meantime, it's Laguda over the ball. And he comes with the delivery. He'll go front post this time, headed out by William Reeve. Now Martins comes short to Matete. And he'll take a heavy touch and dispossessed. Mavros up and high into the air. Mellis is there as well. Now it's Quana. Comes to Amity. Mitchell Amity coming out with the ball, and his pass is astray and won't be able to get onto the end of that as DaCosta. Thrown in by Tano. And now Sebastian De Silva goes to Laguda. Back to De Silva. Now Carr. Back to his custodian. And Sebastian De Silva, and he'll go wide here, looking for the pace of Eamon Kelly, and he'll certainly make DaCosta work for that one. And up in the air, the ball goes. And over the stadium roof as well. So the Aces have the free kick, and they have the notion to get forward and add a second goal. Of course, we've just ticked past the 10th minute mark here at Darwin Football Stadium. And if you're just joining us, Mindil with an early goal, courtesy of James Carr, and a delivery by Joshua Laguda. Some nice interplay from Mindil here. They can get forward again and put Willie Mellis under pressure, but he holds his poise to clear that. And so the Aces now throw in on the far right side of their attacking half. Tano throws in to Formoso. Tano looks to get past Reeve, but there's Lewis DaCosta. Now Mitchell Amity. Back to Quana, looking to find a ball, but they're surrendering the ball here, the Reds. They're not retaining possession, surrendering it to the Aces, and they're using the ball far better in these early stages. Quana now forward. He can get forward for the Reds, play a delivery to Lewis DaCosta, and get past Tano, and the ball goes out of play. Play has stayed down here. It's Joel Formoso. Has moved a great deal since the challenge. Seemed to be a coming together of two players, and he's stayed to ground. Medical team just getting out there just to see if he's okay. And in these early stages, we'll thank the Northern Territory government as well as McDonald's for their contributions and support across football in the Northern Territory. And Ward Keller, they are your Territory law firm. You can contact them on 1-800-978-360. It's 1-800-978-360. And there's Formoso back to his feet. He looks in a little bit of discomfort there. And he should be okay to resume shortly. And now it's Wallace. back to Taiki Kudo. Kudo back to Laguda. Spreads wide to Matthew Mifsud. They've got some advantage here on the width. And he looks to go long, looking for Eamon Kelly. He'll bounce in front of Mavros here, and he'll get the ball. Takes two Reds defenders to quash that danger. Proved to be a threatening one as well. Mavros to shepherd the ball for DaCosta. A bit of miscommunication there from the Reds defenders. Now it's Carr looking to play a through ball, but Mushigera gets a heavy touch onto it. Spilled out for Tavian Ludvigsen. Now that's Joel Formoso, who's rejoined us on the pitch. And Tommy Mavros will let that roll, and he'll be able to clear that long down the line. Headed on by Martins. Now it's Laguda. Laguda back to his goalkeeper, De Silva. Straight down the field to Taiki Kudo. Now Wallace. Back to Taiki Kudo. Now it's Tano on the ball. Look to get away from Luis DaCosta, and he has done. Eventually, Matete comes to intervene. And Luis DaCosta trying to take some strides away from Joel Formoso, but he just plays the ball out of play, and it'll be a MINDIL Aces throw. Quick throw taken by Tano. It's James Carr. Lowly driven down the field, looking to get to a teammate. Will eventually work for the Aces. It's Taiki Kudo. Going down the spine for Ludvigsen, using his body well. Now it's Mountain coming away with the ball. Joel Formoso. Taiki Kudo. They can manifest another attack here, and Mellis gets there ahead of time and ensures he's in a good position just to play that into touch. Thrown in quickly though. That's Dylan Mountain, and he collides with Kwana, and Kwana looked to win that one, and just a minor foul for his side as well. So Olympic will come out of their defensive half with the ball. Down the line goes Mellis, looking for Amity. Carr will rise with him, and Wallace heads over away from Will Reeve. It's Esper Mushigero. He'll come wide to Mavros. Mavros to Tyson Martins. He's got two Aces players with him here. He'll need to be clever with his decision making, and instead just retreats into touch. Wallace with a quick throw over for Ludvigsen, and DaCosta's there. And it is an Aces ball. Wallace, the captain, ball in hand, look to throw us back in. He goes to Formoso, whose delicate touch finds its way to Mountain. Now Mountain back to Mifsud. There is a foul there. It'll be for the advantage of MINDIL. To be a little late challenge on Mountain there, just out of picture, and so free kick to MINDIL, and dare not need reminding the Reds defense of what happened only moments earlier. Of course, it was a Laguda delivery and a Carr header that saw the Aces have your 1-0 advantage on the North Crest scoreboard. Here comes Laguda, shortly driven ball. Flick on like to get from Mountain, but now it's Laguda again. No foul, says the referee. Now Tyson Martins looking to dink it over for Amity. Doesn't quite work there. Carr still committed forward, and the defender can cause another opportunity here. Lofted ball looking for Eamon Kelly, and Geekus gets there well and negates that opportunity. Mushigero short for Martins. Now Mushigero again. Matete looking to get through the legs of Mifsud, does so. And Taiki Kudo's there for the Aces to mop up. He goes over into the center for Carr. Now it's Wallace. Tano's making a dangerous run if Wallace can find him. Instead he goes down the center of the field. Reeve takes it away from Formoso. And Reeve goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Christos Gikas. Of course, he won't have the clean sheet stat to boast tonight, but previous two matches have boasted consecutive clean sheets for the Reds. Taiki Kudo looking to get away from Mushigero, and another foul against the Reds midfielder. And they are certainly tallying up for Esper Mushigero. Final warning has to be only moments away. A couple early challenges in this contest. That one from behind on Taiki Kudo. And of course, the Reds have a short turnaround. They will be back in action next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday rather, against Hellenic Athletic Club in the second Greek derby of the season and the annual Glenty Cup. In the meantime, though, Laguda lashes a ball in, looking for a defender to rise, and they rise, and it's a great save there from Christos Gikas to deny Carr. Fantastic ball in from Laguda, and I believe it was Carr again, and that's a fantastic save there from Gikas, getting low and right to deny a goal-scoring opportunity, surely. In comes the ball. Matete heads. Martins coming away from Mifsud here, trying to get a touch away from the Mindil defender. Mountain's getting across, and Martins trying to keep the ball in, but to no avail. It is out for a throw-in here, and it's quickly taken by Mifsud, but referee Nazir, there's 2 balls on the pitch, so unfortunately that one won't be allowed to continue. Referee Tim Lake, assistant referee this evening, just coming to see to that. This will allow Mindil to resume play. Mifsud goes back to Laguda. Laguda with a touch back to his goalkeeper, Sebastian De Silva, of course, a former Darwin Olympic player. It was the Reds who gave Sebastian De Silva his men's Premier League debut last season, making the switch back to Mindil Aces in season 2022. Will Reeve looking to play Lewis DaCosta through. It's William Reeves taking the ball out wide here and crosses in, comes back post. Tyson Martins is there, looks to lash a shot, and that's just over. Some great power as well in the attempt from Tyson Martins. Ball found its way out to the forward, and he took a touchdown and looked to aim that pin perfectly, and perhaps De Silva would have had that saved if it was further down. Tano now for the Aces. Plays it into the middle. It's Taiki Kudo. Dylan Mountain back for Kudo. And now it's Mountain once more. Makes the pass to Wallace. Waltzing forward is Matthew Wallace. Ricochet off a Reds player, but Matthew Wallace gets there tenaciously. Wins the ball back. And now Wallace can get away from Mushigero here. Fair challenge between 2 players. Mushigero wins that one. It takes the touch away from Wallace. Mushigero down the line. Laguda chests forward. Mifsud and Matete are there, and Mifsud expertly just marshals Matete out of the field. Now Mountain. Still Dylan Mountain competing with Tyson Martins. Mifsud. He'll come back centrally to Taiki Kudo, really dictating the play at the moment. Mindil Aces far more accurate with their passing and a little more poised at the moment as well. Lewis DaCosta, that one works for him that time. Plays it back for William Reeve. And now it's Samuel Kwana. Need to have some possession here. Darwin Olympic, they have been surrendering the ball right on cue there. Now Formoso to Mountain, and Ludvigsen back to Kelly, and Mavros now in his defensive box. Plays it out for Mushigero. Comes wide and looks to take the Reds out of defense here, but it will come straight back. Not for Reeve, but now Taiki Kudo picks his pocket and can play it over here for Tavian Ludvigsen. Coming up against Mavros. Ludvigsen v Mavros. Cuts in the number 9, Ludvigsen. Looking for Eamon Kelly. Comes back for Taiki Kudo. And the shot as well. And no advantage, says the referee. Brings it back, and it is a free kick right on the edge of the box. So the Aces will have an opportunity here to add a second to the scoreline. Only 22 minutes or so played here. Round 7, match 1, Men's Premier League. And another golden opportunity here for the Aces to head further in front. Of course, no shortage of players on this dead ball. Tano, James Carr, Mountains close by, and any of aids or the area. So between James Carr and Tano, we'll see which of these players takes the set piece and a golden opportunity to head two in front. Carr or O, looks like to be Tano in the prime position. Very powerful strike of the ball. Whether he can keep it down, we're only moments away from finding out the answer to that question. Blown by the referee. In comes Tano, and it's a blast, and it's just over the bar. Perhaps a little too close to goal. The towering foot of Tano. Very poised and concentrated strike, and his effort takes it over the bar. Slightly too much power in regards to how close he was to goal, but nice effort nonetheless. Mavros now down the line looking for Martins, and that's off Mifsud, and so it will be a Reds throw. Really needing to string together some play here, the Reds. Shigeru throws over the head of a few there, and it will be a Olympic free kick, I believe. Slight push on the veteran goal scorer, Mitchell Amity. Be the foot of Luis DaCosta to put this one into the box. We'll see if the Reds can influence proceedings here. An opportunity to get the ball into the box nonetheless, and we'll see if this ball can prove well. Costa goes straight at goal, and Sebastian De Silva nestled under that ball very comfortably. He throws out for Tano. Matete looks to get there ahead of O. Eamon Kelly sends Quana away. Now it's Eamon Kelly, and in goes De Costa. All ball, says referee, and he did get all ball there, Cristiano De Costa. Taiki Kudo will gallop away with possession and look to nestle a ball through for Ludvigsen. It's intervented by Quana, and now Reeve will look to play the ball forward, looking to send Tyson Martins on an attacking run. Laguda plays it back for Sebastian De Silva. And De Silva back across to Laguda. Composed play from MINDIL Aces, looking to go long. Mavros lets it get past him. And now Cristiano Da Costa and Ludvigsen, and Da Costa retreats to his byline, and so it will be a corner kick to MINDIL Aces. .5 minutes gone in this contest, and still just the 1-0 scoreline on the Northcrest scoreboard. And the Aces an opportunity here to add it to their tally. Cleared out by William Reeve. Coming out to Wallace, who plays the ball back into the box and comes off the head of Ludvigsen, and a strike there from Carr, and that's 2-0. It's a double for Carr. The defender adds a second, and that'll go down as a Ludvigsen assist as well. He didn't know about it at the time, but it fell perfectly down for James Carr, and he lashes that one away and hands the Aces a handy 2-0 advantage also. .5 minutes gone, and the score is now 2-0 in favor of MINDIL Aces. Now it's Matete. Shigeru. For Mavros. And now Amity will look to head on. Kudo heads forward. Formoso brings it down. Luis Da Costa takes a clever touch to get away from Formoso. Luis Da Costa still. Plays it wide for Kwana. The Reds have width here. And Kwana can attack. He's got Taiki Kudo near side. And it's still Samuel Kwana getting away from a few and possibly going to ground already. Referee was aware of that, henceforth not blowing for the foul. Reds will maintain possession here with a free kick, sorry, a throw-in, and it's thrown in by Kwana to Matete. Kwana with the cross, and DaCosta's there in the center, and a dangerous run from Luis DaCosta. Forced a intervention there, and so goes out behind for a corner kick. There you have the replay, Laguda with the contact, and so will be a corner kick to Darwin Olympic. It's Luis DaCosta with a delivery, just assessing his options in the box. In comes DaCosta, played it straight into the box there. Headed out by Carr, forward by Martins, comes through to Amity, and Mitchell Amity puts it away. Goal goes into the back of the net, and the Reds have some life restored. In there from Martins, and it went straight through to Mitchell Amity, and he obliges the finish. And it is an assist for Tyson Martins and a goal from Mitchell Amity. Edges very close to what is being reported as a goal-scoring milestone for the Reds, let alone the league. We may have to double-check that one. He, by all accounts, currently sits on 399 goals. Of course, we will verify that information for you at the half, but one goal away from breaking history. Taiki Kudo lets that go through the legs. Now it's Carr. And Famoso back to Kudo, skips away from Reeve. Plays it inboard, looking for Eamon Kelly. It finds him momentarily. Reeve gets there ahead of Famoso. Now it's Mountain to Wallace. Wallace going to Ludvigsen. Nice touch for Eamon Kelly. Can come further wide, and Taiki Kudo provides an outlet. And Kwana gets there ahead of the forward and cleverly keeps the ball. Samuel Kwana composed down the line. Tyson Martins tackled by Famoso, but he still has the ball. Looking to dink it over into the center of the park. Carr gets under it, so is Tano. Now it's Matete looking to play it over for Esper Mushigero. Tommy Mavros gets there, looks to scope a pass, finds a recipient in Mitchell Amity. Mitchell Amity takes it away from Wallace, looks to dink it over Carr. Opportunity here. Martins cuts it across goal, and no one there for the Reds on that occasion, but good enterprise from that attack. Certainly positive signs going forward now for the Reds. Just past 30-minute mark here at Darwin Football Stadium. Score is 2-1. Mitchell Amity eating into the lead there for the Aces. Of course, they still have a 2-1 lead, thanks to a brace from defender James Carr. And now Laguda gets forward. DaCosta heads into Mavros, and now it's Ludvigsen trying to curl it in. And unfortunately not on that occasion. Just a goal kick that time. Headed off Mavros, who was unfortunately in the way of that clearing header by DaCosta. Geekus goes short. Cristiano DaCosta. Now it's Tommy Mavros. Mitchell Amity. Taiki Kudo. Ludvigsen. Matete will come away with the ball here for Darwin Olympic. He's got options left and right side of him. Instead, he takes the ball past Mountain. Creates some space for himself. Looks to play cross field. Ushiguro takes a touchdown eventually over his head and get forward. Now it's DaCosta. Luis DaCosta comes central for Amity, and he looks to tuck it on for Mushiguro, who's continued his run. It's Esper Mushiguro still. Falls to ground with Mifsud. Now it's Laguda in the defense for the Aces. Ha looked to clear his lines and chip a ball over for Tano. Heavy touch, but he can get away from Kwana here. And just flashes the ball into the Reds defender and ensures his team remain with possession via a MINDIL throw in. Thrown in for Kudo. Now it's Mountain. Mountain back to Laguda. And playing it through here. Formoso's made a run. DaCosta's there. Formoso heads. And now it's Cristiano DaCosta and Joel Formoso doing battle. And it would just be a goal kick for the Reds. And opportunity here to build up some passage of play. Short from Geekus to Mavros. Mavros shorter to Matete. He lets it come through. Now it's Luis DaCosta. Gets away from Ifsid and Formoso. Here comes Luis DaCosta. Comes inside. He's got a man further and getting all ball is Taiki Kudo. It's a little too much on that run from Luis DaCosta. Now it's Matthew Mifsud, the captain for the Aces. Spins past Reeve and plays the ball. And allowed just to come back. DaCosta to Samuel Kwana. Further up the field now, finds Tyson Martins. He comes central for Jax Matete. Matete goes across to Luis DaCosta. Short ball for Matete. Luis DaCosta still, and first time effort is rolled harmlessly forward in front of Sebastian De Silva, who brings that ball well into his grasp and rolls short for Matthew Mifsud. Matthew Wallace, the captain, plays it to Kudo, given away, but the Aces also give away a foul in the center of the park. Slightly sloppy stuff from the Aces. Uncharacteristic-like, certainly. And it's Billy Mellis over this free kick here. An opportunity for Olympic to pose some danger. That's the foul there really quickly on the replay for you. And it's Billy Mellis here. Comes in with a delivery. Advancing is Luis DaCosta. Is brought to ground. Referee says play on. Reeve brings it into his control. And he'll come wide. Esper Mushigero. And looks to play across into the box. Luis DaCosta's there. Brings it under his control. Cleared by Mountain. Ludvigson's there with Samuel Kwana. Ludvigson holds off the defender, plays it to Mountain, back for Ludvigson. Eamon Kelly now looking to get onto a run, and Ludvigson plays it wide for Tano. Looking further forward, now Mountain makes the run and receives the ball. Kwana gets a tackle in on Mountain, and Kwana still with the ball, and wins the foul for his side. Good competition there from two players, and Mountain slightly holding on to a bit of Kwana in that instance. And now Kwana forward for Martins. Tyson Martins, an assist already this evening, and will look to continue his form. All ball, says referee Nazir, and cleverly done from Taiki Kudo just to ensure his team remain in possession. Less than 10 minutes to go in the first half of this round 7 match 1 game, and we'll see plenty more action in the remainder of the evening, let alone this first half. 3 goals already, 2-1 in favor of the Aces. Tano throws forward, headed by Martins. Challenge there from Formoso on Matete, forward by Tano. Ludvigson has come wide here, finds himself in some space. He can play it forward here, delays that ball momentarily just to allow a few more options to enter the equation. One of them's Tano, plays it back and crosses in. And Mushigero brings under control to Matete. Now it's Mellis. Mellis and Ludvigson will do battle here. Still Tavian Ludvigsen trying to get past Mellis there. Doesn't quite work on that occasion, and Mellis plays that forward, and Formoso's heavy touch just will allow Olympic to have a throw in here. It's Tyson Martins with the ball. Throws centrally for William Reeve, looking for the clever flick on for Amity. Takes it down and plays it back to Tyson Martins. Martins looking to loft a ball forward for Luis de Costa. Takes the touch ahead of Laguda. Still Luis de Costa, but Laguda lavishes the challenge and continues his stride. Fantastic ball played across for Ludvigsen. Fine tackle from Quana. And it's still a challenge between Quana and Ludvigsen. Still Tavian Ludvigsen out wide here, and Quana gets enough to get the challenge in, but surrenders possession, and it will be an aces throw out wide here. Of course, in no particular hurry to take this one. They have a 1-goal advantage. Of course, never too comfortable. Darwin football. Gone through there, and now Amity looking to play through Luis de Costa. It's a finely timed ball. Laguda will get across though and take Luis de Costa out of the equation. Pushes the man to ground. Referee waves play on. And now Reeve gets there ahead of Tano. Tyson Martins get ahead of Carr here. Still Tyson Martins with the cross. Laguda chests out. Taiki Kudo. Now it's Matthew Wallace. Opportunity here for the Aces. Wallace to Formoso. Now Formoso can start an attacking run. Wallace looking to dink it forward. If not intervened by De Costa. Mountain was in acres there. Played out wide now for Quana. The Reds can accelerate and attack forward. Instead he looks for a long ball. Mifsid's there with Luis de Costa. Luis de Costa cleverly lets it roll forward for him to take in his stride. De Costa still. Options he's searching for. Takes it past the Aces there, and yellow card, first one of the evening, goes straight for Matthew Mifsud. Goal scoring opportunity there. A ball possibly looked to get into the box. Cleverly sold Mifsud, and he had no option but to bring the man down. Free kick for the Reds here. An opportunity to restore parity. At number 9, Luis de Costa. Will this be the ball to get the Reds back on a level playing field? Luis de Costa's over it. Sebastian De Silva giving some last-minute orders to his team. Referees in position. Wall of 2 here as well for the Aces. Now in comes Luis de Costa. It's a strike on goal. Deflected straight into Matthew Wallace. It's still Luis de Costa. Look to get past Mountain. And Luis de Costa plays it to Mavros. Takes a touch. Looks to loft a ball into the box here. Tano gets the intervention. Now it's Eamon Kelly. Tackle from Matete. Delays the attack momentarily. Ball is on here. Mavros needs to be good with the tackle and does just enough to keep possession, and thrown forward now. Ludvigsen against De Costa. Strength from Ludvigsen. Pace and intelligence from De Costa. And a good intervention there. Will trade the Ludvigsen lining down the box for a corner any afternoon. Of course, Tavian Ludvigsen barreling down. Your goal is often results in a goal, and so De Costa takes the option there just to play it into his byline and out for a throw-in. Sorry, a corner kick. Very close to the box there, and corner comes in. Eamon Kelly's under it. Popping header from one of the shortest men in the box for the Aces, but he got some exciting contact onto it. Of course, all by himself in the center of the box, and his header just sent narrowly wide. Short by this goal kick. Mavros now to go down the line, surrenders possession again. And now Laguda just across to Sebastian De Silva. And Sebastian De Silva into open space, and Samuel Kwana will just let that go into touch. Kwana goes short to Reeve. Reeve is there with Famoso. Still Reeve. Plays it across for Esper Mushigero. Will get across to this ball. Feed it short to Luis DaCosta. Looks to get away from Mifsud. Still Luis DaCosta. Accelerates away and looks to play Matete. Still with DaCosta here, and he just gives away a foul, and it's a MINDIL free kick. Laguda looks back to his keeper, plays De Silva. Now Sebastian De Silva straight up the field. Mellis for Olympic gets some contact onto that. Kwana keeps it in for the Reds. Almost the advantage of O, but they've kept it here. Martins forward again for Mitchell Amity. Mitchell Amity for Darwin Olympic here. Still Mitchell Amity in space, drives a shot, and De Silva makes a save and gets to the second attempt. Exciting signs here, certainly. Mavros gets a good header there. Mountain lets that bounce, and Mavros, Eamon Kelly, strong challenge there, and free kick against Mavros. Advantage for the Aces. They'll have a ball to deliver here. Here's a replay on that shot from Mitchell Amity, striking it with some venom, and it's a yellow card for Mountain as well. Aces player going into the book. And now an opportunity here with 30 seconds or so of regulation time to play. Mifsud with the ball, comes in long. Ellis is perched underneath it. His header goes behind him. Samuel Kwan is there for his side. He'll clear that forward down the line to no one but James Carr of MINDIL. He'll bounce in front of DaCosta here, who times his header well. Wallace there as well for the Aces. Mountain. He comes across and takes the touch, plays it forward for his captain, looking to dink through Ludvigsen here. The Aces an opportunity, a strike. And that is blocked from Cristiano DaCosta. So throw in now, far side. The Aces with one of the last opportunities of this half. 1 minute of additional time signaled by the referee. And quickly thrown in by Tano to Carr. Now Laguda. It's still Laguda. Long ball looking for Mountain. Kwana's there with him. Will fall down to the feet of Jax Matete. He'll look to spring the Reds forward for one last opportunity. Still Jax Matete looking to get forward, and unfortunately a ball to no avail there. And look at the watch by the referee. Laguda in the meantime. Carr, and whistle in mouth. And referee Nazir blows us to conclude the first half of men's Premier League action here. Round 1, match 7, and it's MINDIL Aces who will take you through to the first 45 with a 2-goal-to-1 advantage. Of course, a James Carr double gave the Aces a 2-0 lead before veteran goal scorer Mitchell Amity registered 1 on the scoreboard. So scoreline here at halftime, Darwin Football Stadium. MINDIL Aces 2, Darwin Olympic 1. We'll have a quick break and be resumed shortly for the second half of action. Don't go anywhere.
Bakizisha neema wanafaa elewe. Bakizisha neema juu ya Mbappe ndio maana mnaimba atabisha. Bakizisha neema wanafaa elewe. Ndio mimi nakwambia sasa. Bakizisha neema ndio wewe ndio unakwambia nani yake. Shaanza fanya balanza usiku. Hey John, how are you? Good. Manchester United hivi watake mbebe kama sasa haiko sema mpendi, iko biashara dogo. Iko biashara, sio sema mpendi. Unacheza na kupatia juere 100. Hakuna juere wanapatia 100. Okay, sawa. Yes, hapa hivi abantu sikuwa kutoka nje. Walipatia jezi nani na PSG walipatia Mbappe sana na kila kitu. Real Madrid kesha toa nani milioni 200 na ile ni bongo neema hata uzishiwa. Bongo neema atoki PSG. Kwa maana sasa PSG kwambia neema Mbappe, Di Maria, Messi Maria sharidaya. Kasha toka. Wawa afadhali Di Maria sharidaya. Di Maria sharidaya. Anisha aga bila. Kwanza anania kwa ayapata na milioni nani? Ayapata na hapa ingekuwa milioni. Hapa Ronaldo. Haya afikisha 1 milioni. Hapana, ashadapusha. Ashakuwa na 1 milioni. Mimi nakapata kwa sana. Boli nilikuwa na ashakuwa na bilioni point na Messi ashafikisha 1 milioni zamani. Kwa pende hapa wote hapa Messi na Ronaldo hapo wanashindana hivyo. Sasa bona uko natia uko najifikiria hivi usimiteshe. Una search nini? Niliona sita ya wapi? Go. Mbappe 120 million. 120 million. Ona. Sikia Mbappe 120 million. 120. Nilikwambia yafikisha hata 300 million. 110 million ndio nayo. Atafikia sio nani kuna retire Mbappe akali mtoto mdogo. Mbappe akali mtoto mdogo. Neema na mzidi Mbappe 212 iko na double. Neema iko na double ya Mbappe. Double. 212 ya Mbappe iko na double. Kuchanga pesa Mbappe, Ronaldo, Messi, all those big stars, all those big soccer players. Kenya was here. 7 billion. 7 billion. Una pesa napata iget Emilia. Iget 108 million a year. Anaweza kuwa mdunia watu wawili watatu. Kijima kwa kijana ni watu wawili watatu mwanangu. Alright. What do you want to show? What do you want to show? Then, I can see 450 something million. Kuna pressure. Pressure wapi? Acha mtu analia vya soka. Hapo unaenda soka. Wewe na hii Australia. Yakuja kumbuka unataka na pressure na nini? Wewe hii hapa Australia na reserve. Acha kwanza. Adogo au yana tabia. Soma kwanza hiyo Santiago. Soma kwanza. Soma kwanza. Asoma yote mali. Hapana, kisha Ronaldo. Uto ni tu. Subiri kwa nini? Why you bring 21? Kama 21 yuko na Sabini, 22 asitapata. Soma yote kwanza. Hata sana. Yes. Eko na asha kusafasa shika watu. Wanasema pesa yenyewe alishaka pesa hii ni pesa yenyewe alishaka pata toka iko hapana. Haiko pesa iko nayo. Wanasema ni pesa yenyewe. Wewe ona kwenye uko naangalia. Wanasema ni pesa yenyewe. Ona sikia. Iko na majeti, iko na pesa zeko nazo. Ya wapi? Pesa zeko nazo. Pesa wanahesabia ile mtu
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, this evening. Second half of Men's Premier League action between MINDIL Aces Football Club and Darwin Olympic Sporting Club underway. And now the Aces in their midnight black away strip, and left to right on your screens, and Darwin Olympic now attacking right to left. Of course, it is the Aces with a 2-goal-to-1 advantage heading into this second half, courtesy of 2 first-half goals by James Carr, their central defender. And 1 goal before the end of the first half to Reds forward Mitchell Amity. That's Tano. He comes wide for Eamon Kelly. Cross comes into the box, finds Ludvigsen, takes the touchdown. A few Reds need to get across to deal with that. Matete and Mavros combine. A player has stayed down here. That's Cristiano da Costa. In some pain as well, the central defender. And referee signals for some attention. Player has stayed down here. And some cause for concern for Cristiano da Costa, just assessing the player's welfare at the moment. Of course, that's paramount in the game here. Player safety is number 1. Seems to be back to his feet for the time being. Such a warrior of a player is Cristiano da Costa, always giving his all for his team, and he'll look to hopefully rejoin us shortly. He'll make the long trek on the outside of the field, back to halfway. Drop ball in the meantime, and that's Gikas. Throws wide for Quana. He goes back to Mellis. That's Samuel Quana coming down the line. Tyson Martins, central for William Reeve. Clever dink onto Jax Matete. Back for Mellis, heavy touch, and he surrenders possession away. Here comes Matthew Wallace in for the Aces, as Matthew Wallace comes in the way of Mellis. Shot, and a great save there from Christos Gikas. With the foot there, allows his side to just be 1 behind. It was a great strike from Wallace, and a great save diving with the foot there was Christos Gikas as well. Equally up to the effort. And now a throw in into the Aces. That's Matete, clears for Olympic. It bounces out for Laguda for the Aces. Goes back post for Eamon Kelly. Takes a touchdown, and Cristiano da Costa comes away with the ball. He's resumed us back onto the field following his minor injury, and he joins to immediately intervene for his side. As we await a second ball on this far side, we, of course, many thanks again to the Northern Territory Government and McDonald's for their continuous and ongoing contribution to the game up in the Northern Territory, of course, down in the Big Rivers regions and the Red Centre, and we'll be entertain to some Red Centre action tomorrow afternoon with the F&T Women's Challenge Cup and, of course, the Australia Cup, where the Vikings women's side and Verdi men's side touchdown in Darwin. We welcome you both if you are tuning into this evening's coverage, and we are excited to see you in action tomorrow. Ball comes away here. Lewis DeCosta coming in against Mifsud, and Matthew Wallace safely arriving the captain to quell the end of that Olympic attack. And now the Reds have a corner kick. An opportunity, nonetheless, to put a ball into the box that could present dangerous. It'll be Lewis DeCosta to come over and put in the delivery. His left foot curling shot and cross can certainly test the best of keepers in the territory. And now we'll see DeCosta coming in with the ball. It's deep. William Reeves there looking to get a touch against Kudo, and in was William Reeve and the goalkeeper De Silva, and it's Reeve that had the last outstanding touch on the ball, so we gathered harmlessly for a Sebastian De Silva goal kick. And he comes short. It's James Carr, goal scorer, double in the first half. It's his 2 goals that currently have the Aces 2-1 up. Now it's Laguda to Matthew Wallace. Nice ball looking for Famoso, but Samuel Kwana intervenes. Mellis now. Tano and Martins just plays that out to touch. Mindil throw. And Tano goes back. That's Carr. Carr going down the line. Kwana heads the advantage of Cristiano DeCosta, and little miscommunication there, but Billy Mellis recovers. Plays it centrally for William Reeve. Heavy touch to take it away from Mountain and retain possession himself. Now it's Matete. Heavy touch by him as well, but he continues with possession and rides the challenge, and that is a yellow card offence, and certainly was picked up by the referee there. Card to Tarn-O there. Heavy challenge on Jax Matete, and earns him in the book. Of course, now Mountain, Mifsud, and just now Tarn-O into the book for the Aces. And of course, any, dare I say, suspension does carry over into the Australia Cup decider. They'll await the winner of Casuarina and Verdi tomorrow. And with the bye next week for Mindil, any suspension tonight would certainly cause huge ramifications. It's a diving attempt, a scissor kick by Tyson Martins, not quite connecting there. Acrobatic nonetheless. Famoso comes in. Mountain, but Matete comes over the ball for the Reds. It's still Jax Matete, tackled by Taiki Kudo. Esper Mushigera now for Olympic, looking to get away from 2 Mindil players. Isn't quite successful. Wallace now the other way. Mavros lets it come through. Cristiano DeCosta for the Reds. William Reeve back for Mavros, and he comes short for Mushigero. Now it's Reeve over for Lewis DeCosta, but just losing a touch there, and it'll be a Mindil throw. Now it's short for Laguda. All the way back for Sebastian De Silva. James Carr. Cool and composed as Carr. Laguda. Now it's Mifsud. Looking to dink through Eamon Kelly. And he is a pacey customer, but not quite enough pace to keep that one. Deflected off Kelly though, so Mushigera will profit with a throw. Reeve looks to flick on, but DeCosta not quite in the line for that one. So now Mifsud with the throw on will come the other way. And he goes forward, looking for Ludvigsen. DeCosta dashes across and intervenes there. Mifsud throws in for Wallace. Back out wide for Mifsud. Picked his pocket was Lewis DeCosta, but comes out to Dylan Mountain. James Carr now. Time on the ball, the experience and a half. Laguda will come wide here for the Aces, and Tano will look to bring this one forward. He takes it down and looks to get past Samuel Kwana, and unfortunately runs out of room there and surrenders the ball across to the Reds. Mellis, Tano's continue his pressure forward and plays in across here, and Cristiano da Costa required to rise to the challenge. And it's at an expense of a corner kick for his side. Now the Aces to further influence proceedings. Then it will be Tano, the man to deliver the ball. Tano comes in with a delivery. Reeve heads out. Comes out to Matthew Wallace, takes a touchdown and thinks about the shot. Comes in on his right foot again. Matthew Wallace still, and brought to a standstill. And it is a yellow card there as well for Tommy Mavros. And so it will be a yellow card, possibly to Cristiano da Costa, it looked like. He just acknowledged that one. Now it's James Carr and Ludvigsen over this one. Of course, not often do you say that a centre half is on a hat trick, but that's the current story we have this evening. James Carr, 2 first half goals. Now, if he is to take this, and of course if it is to beat the wall and Geekus in his net, it will mean a hat trick for James Carr. We'll see if that is the outcome of this scenario. Ludvigsen also occupying the attacking area. Carr looks to be the most interested in this one. He places the ball. Wall organised, and it looks to be a set piece here, and Carr comes in and puts it over the bar. No danger immediate there to Geekus, and so goal kick for his team. Quickly taken, played out wide to Mavros. Touches the ball forward and looks to create an attacking play, but just surrenders the ball straight to the experienced Taiki Kudo. Now it's Joel Formoso. Heavy ball, but plenty of time there for the Aces to respond. It's Laguda. And Laguda looking to lash the ball long. Ludvigsen brings it down and comes away from Mushigero. Forward again to Wallace. Matthew Wallace thought about playing Mountain, but delayed the fraction and allowed Matete to come with it, but he surrenders the ball over to Eamon Kelly. Touch inside from Eamon Kelly, and Matete required to clear that ball. And Carr touches it away from Martins. It's still Carr. Continue an attacking run, and thought about the referee, and he gives the free kick against Olympic. And substitution here as well. Seems to be number 5, Matthew Mifsud. Of course, having a caution to his name. Possibly a clever and tactical sub, just to ensure that he plays a part in the Australia Cup match. And coming off the field, and his replacement will be the number 16 for the Aces, that is Jeffrey Williams. And making an appearance off the bench now, Jeffrey Williams, just to close out these remaining 30 or so minutes. We're nearly at the 60th minute mark in the second half. It's zoomed by, and it's just the 1 goal advantage. Now it's Laguda playing the ball long. It's a dangerous ball as well. Ludvigsen rises and heads wide. A minor opportunity there for his side. Almost ball to threaten the goal of Geekus. Thought about coming out for the ball as well, the goalkeeper, but just stayed in his box and allowed the ball to trot harmlessly over the line. Da Costa forward. Now it's Mavros. Mavros lashes one long, looking for Amity. He'll come back inside. Laguda plays it forward. Now it's Williams. Back inside to Taiki Kudo. Forward now, Kudo for Ludvigsen. Mellis gets there ahead of Ludvigsen, and referee waves play on. In comes Jax Matete, wide for Kwana. And now Kwana looking for Matete and finds him. And now it's Matete inside for Kwana. Nice skill from Samuel Kwana. Still going, the defender. And eventually cleared from a few Aces. Required a couple of them to play their cards right, to quell the danger. Now it's Mushigero. Luis DaCosta looking to flick on for Amity, and DaCosta can continue his run. It's Luis DaCosta and Williams. Dangerous possession here, and just does enough there to concede the corner. And Darwin Olympic, an opportunity. Seems to be a player down near side here. That's Joel Formoso, the number 2. Just possibly some tightness from the player here. And referee seems to be making the call for the Aces and requesting a substitution here. And so it seems to be the end of the night, unfortunately, for Joel Formoso. Exciting midfielder, given his opportunity to start this evening, and he'll be a little disappointed with his early exit, but great showing nonetheless. And his replacement is going to be a very talented youngster also, and in line waiting to make an appearance is Barnaby Wood, and he does replace Joel Formoso, and on comes Barnaby Wood, who earlier this season broke the record for the Aces as the youngest ever player to make an appearance. In comes Luis DaCosta with a delivery. Rising is Amity, and header narrowly wide. And goal kick nonetheless. An opportunity there for Darwin Olympic. Good ball from Luis DaCosta. And rising was Amity. And of course, Laguda was there for company. Out for a goal kick nonetheless. Laguda across. Carr takes it down. Looking for options as Carr, instead lops for the long ball. Ellis is underneath it, and he heads out into touch. Safety first. And Tano will come forward to take this one. He throws down the line. Mountain. Quana gets there ahead, but Mountain wins the wall. Ahead of Quana, but he gets back. Fantastically done from Samuel Quana. Looked to get away from him, and he keeps on going. Now Martins. Plenary space in the center of the park. Mushigero plays it on for Luis DaCosta. And DaCosta gets away from his man and looking to thread through Tyson Martins, and almost there. For a mountful of MINDIL Aces players just to get in front of that ball. It was looking to be threaded through for Martins. That's a nicely weighted ball for Eamon Kelly. And now Reeve forward for Martins, looking to get away from Carr here. And it's Tyson Martins, can take on Tano here. Come back inside, good tackle from Tano. Martins looking to get across. Reeve. Further across now for Esper Mushigero, and he can take a touch and play it into the box here, looking for Matete. And Tyson Martins further back, but can't find its way to either of the two, and so harmlessly out for a goal kick. Already a couple substitutions used for MINDIL Aces. You'd think that coach for Darwin Olympic, Damon Paul, will be looking to his bench shortly. Add some experience and some attacking prowess. Of course, it exists on the bench. We do have Billy Kathapoulos lying in wait. We'll see if he makes an appearance and he can influence proceedings. And now Laguda, in the meantime, for the Aces. Goes for a long ball. On his bike is Barnaby Wood. He's got skill there and a lot of pace, evidently. Forward now by Quana to Matete. Pressure on the young midfielder. And he gets away from a couple, and he's pushed emphatically to ground. And free kick for Darwin Olympic. Now, a little bit of a cramp there. Looks to be for Jax Matete. Just a bit of wince in his face there. Some slight pain, or possibly a cramp there. So, stay at ground momentarily. And medical team will have an opportunity just to look at him there. And of course, it's at this time we can also thank Northcrest. You can join their growing community. Of course, House and Land Display Centre at Reuben Avenue in Berrima. Go and see them 7 days a week. They are open. And Ward Keller, the annual territory law firm, and you can contact them on 1-800-978-360. It's 1-800-978-360. Now it's Mellis coming in with the free kick, back post ball, looking for a teammate. Undoing there. Eamon Kelly now. Aces in numbers can get forward, and if they play their cards right, they could be in on goal here. But it's DaCosta who trumped them and had the last card in his hand just to ease that attacking passage. So throw in for the Aces. Thrown back by Williams. Now it's Laguda. Still Joshua Laguda. Comes across for Tano. Looking to play it forward, and he comes centrally. It's Wallace to Laguda. Tano to Laguda. Laguda going forward. Mountains chesting it on. DaCosta up. Now it's Amity. Amity forward, looking for Lewis DaCosta. Feints the challenge from Taiki Kudo, but the Aces continue play here, and Wallace threading through a ball here for Mountain. Good challenge from Cristiano DaCosta. All ball, says referee Nazir there. Corner kick nonetheless for Mindil. Last ditch challenge, plenty of the ball. That tackle by Cristiano DaCosta needed to be well timed, and it was. Corner kick nonetheless for the Aces, and it's Jeffrey Williams over that one. Carr sent forward. Of course, he did score a towering header in the first half, and will be an intended target. Back post by himself. Picked up eventually. In comes the ball from Williams. It curls across. Laguda's there and gets some sort of contact onto the ball. And now Olympic can come away here. It's Billy Mellis coming out of defense. It's Tyson Martins now. Matete, and behind Mellis, unfortunately, and so surrenders possession once again. It'll be a Mindil Aces ball. Tano throws, Quano leaps, and now Ludvigsen. Challenge, Matete takes the ball away for the Reds, play on way of the referee. Still Jax Matete looking to release Tyson Martins. Carr gets there, and a good challenge from Matete. All ball, says referee. Great challenge too in this near side to bring an end to that attacking play. Tano now forward for Ludvigsen. Good contest between him and Quana. And eventually it's Quana that wins. Rushigero now. Darwin Olympic on an attack. Playing it wide for Lewis DaCosta. And still Lewis DaCosta. Now it's rolled through for Martins. It's Amity back post, and crucial intervention there from Matthew Wallace. Gets the touch to take it away from the advancing Mitchell Amity, who, even with half an opportunity, is a serious threat. Corner settled, and so Darwin Olympic, another opportunity here to influence proceedings. It's Tyson Martins with the dead ball delivery. And he composes himself, assesses these options, plays the ball into the box. Lofted ball, back post. Reeve is there with Taiki Kudo. Ball will bounce out here. Eamon Kelly marching down. Matete. Barnaby Wood as well. In comes Jax Matete. The cross goes in. And cleared by Tano with some emphasis. And Ludvigsen's there with DaCosta. Two Olympic players should deal with this, and they do. Quana across from Mavros. Mavros further across for Amity. And he'll go centrally for Lewis DaCosta. Back for Mellis and looking for the ball. Not coming there. Now Tano for Mindil. Look to go long and get it for Ludvigsen. He leaps forward and heads on Eamon Kelly. And Quana is there, but so is Geekus, and he comes away with the ball. Now he plays William Reeve. Olympic with some space here and time to operate. Tyson Martins. Can he get a head away from Carr? Can't quite do so. And it is a free kick in favour of the Aces. Foul against Olympic there, and so the Aces with a free kick. And now Tano back across to Laguda. And Laguda to his goalkeeper, De Silva. Further wide, Jeffrey Williams. Coming back inside, Jeffrey Williams. Gets away from Luis DaCosta. Gets some pace to burn the wing back as well. He finds his opposite pursuiter in Tano. Touch off Quana, but it's with Tano still. Eamon Kelly to get away from Matete. So Eamon Kelly, and leaving a foot in there was Matete. Unfortunately, it was a foul. So now, as I gather, it's some more history here being made for MINDIL Aces. They're number 14, and that's Armand Dani coming onto the field in moments. He'll be replacing Eamon Kelly, and with taking the pitch this evening will be the youngest player in the club's history to take the field for the Men's Premier League. That is, again for you viewers, that's Armand Dani coming onto the field. Youngest player in MINDIL's history entering the pitch. And he is replacing Eamon Kelly. Double switch as well for Darwin Olympic. It is number 23, Tommy Mavros, coming from the field, as well as number 21, Billy Mellis. And their replacements will be number 17, Billy Kathapoulos, and number 2, and that's Ronald Tjelman. As we've entered the last 20 minutes of regulation time, we'll see what the substitutes for Olympic can do, and whether they can re-emphasize themselves on this game. It's Laguda over this free kick. Carr's come forward. Wallace is also at the back post. Danger here, possibly for the Reds. In comes Laguda. His delivery, back post. Is Wallace unmanned there, and he heads with the momentum of the ball. Unfortunately, that goes off his head and into touch, and so goal kick. Of course, dangerous there to leave Matthew Wallace unattended. He's scored a headed goal or two in his career, that's for sure. More notably in the 2021 Grand Final also. Geekus comes short. There's Quana onto Ronald Tjelman. Back across to Quana. Pressure being put on him by Dani. Now it's Ronald Tjelman against Barnaby Wood. And Tjelman takes it past Dani, keeps the ball in. Now it's Quana. Still Quana, gets through the legs of Dani, is possessed by Barnaby Wood. Barnaby Wood goes back to Tano, immediately ball for Ludvigsson, forcing a few to come out there, and now it's Laguda, forward now for Ludvigsson, and further across from Mountain. Touch let him down slightly, but he still has possession here and looks for the cross first time, and on his weaker left foot, unfortunately not much direction on that cross, and goes out for a goal kick. Signaling to go up the field by Geekus. He looks to clear his lines and go forward. He clears halfway. Wallace heads back forward. Kathapoulos competes with Dani. And Luis DaCosta looking to get away from Jeffrey Williams, but Williams wills himself to force DaCosta out of field. Amity looked to flick it on, didn't quite work that time. Wallace outside of the football. Quana's there. Comes back for Geekus. Geekus looks to continue with some urgency. Now it's Ronald Tjelman. Now it's Matete, gets away from Taiki Kudo, and then Ronald Tjelman can attack here for the Reds. It's Ronald Tjelman, and Carr comes in and clears that ball convincingly, and it's come back for Reeve though, outside of the football, finds Tyson Martins, and he can play a ball into the box, and Carr gets there first hand. Amity was waiting in distance there. Dani plays it forward, but to no avail. Kathapoulos wide for Mushigero. And Dani still to Ludvigsson. And now William Reeve comes away with the ball for Olympic. Further wide for Martins. Martins and Tano contest, and Tano wins that one. O comes back for Taiki Kudo. He comes wide. Now it's Dani. But Juana gets there ahead of the youngster. Tyson Martins rolls it on for Matete, looks to get away from Laguda. And now Laguda, Matete still, gets away from a couple. And contact there on Matete, so free kick for the Reds. Really taken free kick, now it's Martins for Olympic. Number 7 against number 3. Barnaby Wood wins that one. Ronald Chelman, central for Matete. Looks to roll it past Mountain, and he wins the second ball, but Carr gets there as well. Amity and Darney contests. Amity wins that one. Kathapoulos comes wide for Luis de Costa. And Luis de Costa looking for a long ball, but no one at the end of that one, and so just rolls out harmlessly for a goal kick. Of course, Football NT, diversity is in our game. You can join a club and play football today at footballnt.com.au/clubs. Join a club and join the action today. Another substitution for both sides. It's number 11, Joshua Laguda, ends the night with an assist. He comes off the field, and his replacement is going to be Mauricio Morales of Gio. He comes onto the field. And the end of the night for Luis de Costa. He has come near side to be replaced, and his replacement is going to be number 4, and that's Frank Gibson. Into the night for Luis de Costa, and an appearance for Frank Gibson, number 4. Short from the Aces. Carr comes to Taiki Kudo. Being pressured by Amadeus Kudo. Referee waves play on. Now it's Matete. Matete forward for Gibson. Gibson looking to thread through Matete. It's still Gibson. And Taiki Kudo doing battle. Gibson. That's Chelman on for Tyson Martins. And Tano wins very well. Now Juana gets away from Ludvigsen. Ronald Chelman. Short for Cristiano de Costa. De Costa goes cross-field, finds Mushigero, brings that one down expertly. Mushigero looking for a teammate. Amity offers an avenue. And now Gibson with the cross. Carr forced a diving header that one away. Darney forward as well. Ludvigsen for the Aces. Barnaby Wood continuing an attacking run. Cristiano de Costa is there also, and he'll play it back to his goalkeeper, Geekus. Geekus rolls that all the way wide for Ronald Chelman. Takes the touch back inside and looks to get forward Ronald Chelman. Still Ronald Chelman, and a tackle by Wallace. All ball. Reds have the throw. Throw in for the Reds here, near side, Darwin Football Stadium, round 7, match 1. It's the Aces who still command a 2-goal-to-1 advantage. Matthew Wallace, forward for Mindil. Takes it past William Reeve and looks to continue an attack. That's Darney to Ludvigsen, looking to release Darney again. And now Darney coming in on goal here, and Cristiano de Costa forced to make a challenge there. And Armin Darney making a contest out of a ball that the defender possibly should have won. Corner kick earned for the Aces, and some tall timber can influence proceedings also. Of course, just over 10 minutes of regulation time here. Just the narrowest of advantages for the Aces, but could be doubled here with the corner kick. It's Mountain over it. See if he can deliver the killer blow. In comes the ball. Rising is Ludvigsen, and Carr gets contact, but Matete comes out with the ball for the Reds. Martins comes away from Tano, and Tano with strength there and brought to the ground. And free kick for Mindil. Short to Carr. Now Carr urging his team to get forward. Plays it wide to Tano. And off Martins and out to touch. Mindil Aces throw in. They go short. James Carr, he looks to load up long. Ludvigsen, Quana rises again. Dumped to ground by Dani. Referee waves advantage momentarily. And play on is the call. Quana goes to ground again. And Barnaby Wood and Matete come together, and Matete goes into the book for a challenge on Barnaby Wood. And caution earned by Matete. Strong challenge on the youngster there in the center of the park, and some attention is required. Staying down for the moment is Barnaby Wood. Of course, very beneficial to have a physiotherapist on your team, as is number 9. Tavian Ludvigsen is not shy to help any player in need, whether it be his teammates or an opposing number. I've seen many times this season, upon a challenge being made, playing going down to ground, if Ludvigsen's involved in the game, he'll often come across and assist where he can. And it's good to see Barnaby Wood back up to his feet. He'll hopefully look to walk this one off. It's the Aces with the free kick. Tano over the ball. Another opportunity here for the Aces to add to their advantage. Tano goes forward, rising his car, comes short here. Ludvigsen comes in, and it looks to be a goal. A third one for MINDIL. A collision as well. And Carr comes over. Ludvigsen puts it into the net, and looked to be flicked on by Carr, so that's an assist for James Carr. The goal is scored from Tavian Ludvigsen. And MINDIL Aces now 3-1 to the good. Of course, Bekas going for the ball there, just unfortunate not to get there ahead of the header of Ludvigsen. And so third goal for the Aces. They are now 3-1 to the good, and 3 moments of brilliance from the Aces. Now attributed to their 3-goal-to-1 advantage. Certainly, as the game has evolved, Darwin Olympic have entered the game in a menacing way, and it's just unfortunate for the Reds that they've been outplayed in their crucial moments. Reeve comes short to Mushigero. And now Williams. Mushigero again. Now Gibson for Olympic. Looking to play in across here, Gibson. Powerful one in for Amity. Amity turns and strikes, and penalty, says the referee immediately. And with the ball here, it could very well be game back on. It's 3-1 on the scoreboard. Mitchell Amity looks to be taking the penalty, and we did receive some verification at halftime. If the ball is to enter the back of the net, this will be goal number 400 for Mitchell Amity. Potentially about to be witnessing some history here. Mitchell Amity against Sebastian Da Silva. Of course, teammates last year, foes tonight, and now it's Amity versus Da Silva. Will the youngster deny Amity his milestone? Of course, it's only a matter of time at this rate, but it could very well be now. Mitchell Amity, focused, laser sharp. Look at the referee. Goes the whistle, and Mitchell Amity comes in and he scores. And Mitchell Amity, goal scorer, brings the result back closer for his side, and I believe he has just notched a personal and historic milestone. Of course, the club will acknowledge this, and of course, we've still got a game to play, just over 5 minutes to go of regulation, 3 goals to 2 down, and a substitution here for the Aces. I believe Barnaby Wood, the substitute who had come on the pitch, is going to be replaced by number 13, and that's Rahul Pandathaj. He enters the fray. So just over 5 minutes to go of regulation time here. Game back on. Olympic just won't go away. And the Aces back to a slender 1-goal lead. Nonetheless, they are 1 goal up. Carr forward. Now Mountain, Tyson Martins. Tyson Martins turning around and going forward. Looking to come back inside of the field. William Reeve is there. Now is Darney. Looks to play Tano wide. And Tolman. Now it's Mountain. Taiki Kudo. And Kudo looking to go wide, but Mushigero should get there for the Reds and does. Gibson's continued his run, but slightly too far forward. Taiki Kudo comes across to intervene. Matthew Wallace turns around and finds a teammate. He's got one there in Clavgio. De Silva back to his centre half. Morales, Clavgio. Short to Wallace. Wallace gets away from the Olympic captain. Of course, double tonight, Mitchell Amity, goal scoring record breaker, but now it's Matthew Wallace for the Aces, continuing an attacking run. It's still Matthew Wallace, tackled there by Billy Kathapoulos, but it's Matthew Wallace still continuing his attacking run, and just Wallace running out of acreage there. Could have run all night, and you would have backed him there, but running just slightly out of room. The Aces captain, goal kick for Olympic, short to DeCosta. Now it's Chelman, confronted by Tano. He comes short to Jax Matete. Matete with Mountain, and now it's Mushigero. The Reds can force the issue here. Mushigero playing it forward, and now Gibson can get there. Head of Clavio, and he hits it straight into the centre half, and so a corner kick for Darwin Olympic, and an opportunity to tie scores again, straight into the upright of Morales Clavio, and so Gibson with the corner. Reds looking to finish this game stronger. Gibson coming with a delivery. Amity's underneath it, gets the header, and unfortunately just a bit of contact there on the Mindil defender, and so it will be a Aces free kick in their defensive half. Out comes Carr. And Carr playing the ball forward, but Ronald Chonan intercepts. Mushigero gets forward. Still Mushigero. Tackle, but referee says play on. Matete looking to go wide. Off balance, unfortunately, for the ball for Williams. Gets there ahead of Amity. Tano, pressured immediately by 2. Does well. Now Wallace. Wide for Williams. And Williams plays the ball forward. Tano controls. Plays it now to Ludvigsen. Now it's Darney. Back for Ludvigsen. Cristiano da Costa there. Just to dink it forward, but Tano will get there for the Aces. And a strong challenge on Tano. And now it's an Aces free kick. Less than 2 minutes of regulation time here. Mindil Aces Football Club with the narrowest of margins, but nonetheless they are 3 goals to 2 to the good. And it's Williams with a throw here. And now it's Ludvigsen. Back inside for Tano. Ludvigsen receives and looks to get past Kathapoulos here. Back inside for Darney. Skips past a couple. It's still Darney out for Ludvigsen. Still Tavian Ludvigsen comes in for Darney. Unfortunately, heavier touch, just loses possession, but likewise with Cristiano da Costa, heavy touch off the defender, and now the Aces with a throw-in deep in their defensive half, the Reds, and so they'll need to defend this one. Thrown in, And now Mushigero is there with Tano. Jeffrey Williams look to defend this one now. And so it will be a MINDIL Aces throw in. Approaching the latter stages of this game now, you'd think the Aces would just want to defend their advantage and continue their undefeated start. Oh, sorry, their winning ways. And now Mountain being fronted by Solman. Pandathage forward for Mountain immediately. Mountain for Kudo. And Kudo forward. It's found Dani. Kathapoulos intercepts. Dani takes it off him. Now it's Tano. Back inside. Tano with a strike. And he scores! Tano with the finish. And he secures the victory for MINDIL Aces Football Club. And it's a great goal. Unfortunately, extinguishes any hope of a point there for the Reds, and that was a fantastically finished hit by Tano. A great goal, and takes home all 3 points for the Aces. They're currently 4 goals to 2 to the good. And immediately getting back underway is Darwin Olympic.
There will be 4 minutes of time out, around 4 minutes.
4 minutes for the Reds, and 4 minutes for the Aces to hold on. And Mitchell Amity taking it over a defender, and still forward Mitchell Amity. It's Gibson. Frank Gibson coming forward with the ball, and tackled by Morales Clavio. Now Jeffrey Williams coming away with it also. He comes forward for the Aces. Back inside to the center. Dani's there, tackled by 2. Kathapoulos plays it back for DaCosta. DaCosta forward for Mushigero. Sloppy ball, Wallace comes away with it. And now Dani can cause further pain. Kwana, strong challenge to play it up into the air. And now a foul will come against William Reeve. And so just picks up a caution there as we approach the final few minutes of this game. Stays to the ground is Ludvigsen, but he seems to be okay, just taking up some precious time. Last few minutes or so now of this match, MINDIL Aces should be taking this victory. And Wallace comes across for Williams. And now Williams can take some touches forward and proceed with the ball. And Williams fronted by Mushigero. It's William Reeve trying to play the ball forward for Amity. He'll be intervened by Carr. Wallace. And now William Reeve comes across for Ronald Tillman. Still Ronald Tillman taking the ball upfield, trying to get away from Mountain. Now it's Tyson Martins against Pandathage here. Back for Tillman. Tillman with the cross. Headed up into the air by centre half there. And competing with Matete is Ludvigsen. And now Tano coming forward. Getting away from a couple. Mushigero with a tackle, but he'll be brought back. No advantage there for the Aces. Look at the watch by the referee. Not much time left in this game. Of course, a quick turnaround for Darwin Olympic. They'll be playing Hellenic Athletic Club on Tuesday for the Glenty Cup, annual cup played between 2 historic rivals. And MINDIL Aces have the bye round next week, so a well-earned rest for the Aces after picking up 3 points this evening. Kwana coming out of defense for the Reds. Matete evades Mountain, looking to play through Martins. Now Tyson Martins with Kudo and pulling up lame there. Tyson Martins just seems to have a muscle issue, and so the ball will still remain in play. Referee will see how long is left here. Just keeping possession for the dying embers of this encounter. the Aces will look to close this one out. Referee pulls his whistle in the mouth and signals the end of 90 minutes or so. And victors this evening are the home side, MINDIL Aces Football Club. They take home the 4-2 victory. And Darwin Olympic, their back-to-back victories. That run comes to an unfortunate end. They are losers this evening, 4-2. Was a James Carr double in the first half, followed by Ludvigsen and Tano, whereas a double for Mitchell Amity in his milestone evening. Unfortunately, didn't go the way he would have liked, but notching a historic milestone nonetheless. So, end result this evening, 4 goals for MINDIL Aces, 2 for Darwin Olympic. The Aces take home the 3 points. We'll wish you a well and safe night, and we'll have a blockbuster afternoon, an evening of action tomorrow at Darwin Football Stadium. We'll see you then.